diligently each year to provide quality bus shelters to our community. A traveling convenience to our school children, the elderly, young people going to work, guest workers, and visitors using the public bus. We, Rotary Central, help you, our advertisers, make it happen. Your marketing dollar travels a far way. Positioning your message, your product, your services, your presence in over 83 bus shelters. Every dollar you spend, every advert you place helps to build another bus shelter, providing modest comfort for Cayman travelers. Reserve space now on the only billboard medium in the Cayman Islands. Email rotaryshelters@gmail.com. rotaryshelters@gmail.com. The Bus Shelters, a partner in community convenience. Another inspiration program by Rotary Central Cayman Islands.
Meanwhile, at the Burger King's castle.
These people demand cheese, underling.
Adding double cheese, sir.
Give me more.
Adding cheesy sauce, sir.
More!
Cheddar bun?
More!
The King has gone lactose insane. Introducing the new Cheese Lover King at Burger King. A cheese-covered double bacon Whopper with a side of creamy cheese sauce to dunk in. The Cheese Lover King is here for a limited time. Only at Burger King.
For the Record, proudly brought to you by
Brand Source Home Gallery, inspiring luxury. Doctors Hospital, peace of mind is important when life happens. Doctors Hospital, always there for you. Call 949-6066. Kirk Market, experience a world of choice. JN Money, from abroad to yard. And Cineco, keeping Cayman covered.
J&M Money and Appleton presents the Jamaica Independence Celebrations on Friday, July 31 at Compass Green with an all-day food fest. Come out for breakfast, lunch, and dinner and enjoy your favorite Jamaican dishes. The nighttime concert features Jamaica's #1 comedian, Dufton Duffy Shepherd, local rising star singer Shay, and all the local dancers and performers, and the Kids Talent Contest. Admission is absolutely free with lots of prizes and giveaways. See you at the Compass Green on July 31 for Jamaica Independence Celebrations. Sponsored by Popeyes, Best Dress, Water, Excelsior Biscuits, Maggie, Suppligen, Grace Foods, Wellies, Rodney's Car Rental, White Construction, General Automotive Services, iCool Air Conditioning, Radio Cayman, and Breeze FM.
We ask our listeners and viewers to avoid any statements or comments which are abusive, derogatory, malicious, or defamatory. Do not use indecent language or make any statement that is false or misleading. Call 1-800-534-8255, 949-6990, 949-8037, or WhatsApp us on 925-3261.
Live from Radio Cayman Studio.
This is For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Hear from your government officials, independents, and the opposition on issues that matter to you.
For the Record.
Engage in an open dialogue between residents and lawmakers.
With Orrett Connor.
Informative, impartial, insightful. This is For the Record. And now, your host, Orrett.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, O land of soft, fresh breezes and verdant trees so fair. Sort of a late start this morning, so I am going to dispense with my opening remarks, and we're going to go straight to the For the Record birthday shout-outs, proudly brought to you by Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola available across the Cayman Islands. You should accept no substitutes. From generation to generation, Coca-Cola, still a Cayman classic. And we have a new sponsor for the record as well. And the birthday shout-outs, I should say, for the birthday shout-outs, not for the record, but for the birthday shout-outs. So, folks, Cayman Airways is celebrating its 58th anniversary with airfares on sale for travel this fall to some of your favorite destinations: Miami, Tampa, Los Angeles, Kingston, La Ceiba, and Panama. Flights to and from the sister islands are also on sale. This sale is for a limited time only, so you can book. You must book by the 8th of August, 2026. Call Cayman Airways reservation at 949-2311. Book with their mobile app. Contact a travel agent or book online at CaymanAirways.com. Cayman Airways celebrating 58 years as your award-winning, uniquely Caymanian airlines. Big shout out Cayman Airways, and they are sponsors of the birthday shout outs along with Coca-Cola. So let's look at some of the birthday shout outs this morning. So we see Sandy Squire celebrating a birthday today, as well as Anna Miller. And I had several requests coming in at the same time. This one, good morning and happy Friday. Can you please wish Clinton Ebanks, the one you call Wobbly, happy 72nd birthday. His birthday was yesterday, and we, his friends and family, want to wish him all the best in this new year and ask God for continued blessings over his life. Thank you very much for the opportunity to share the love and remind others of his birthday. So Mr. Clinton Ebanks, also known as Wobbly, celebrated his 72nd birthday yesterday. Here we have Miss Aldine has shared lots of birthdays with us as well. So today's birthday shout-outs: Jacqueline Ebanks, Ina Jackson, Steve Jarrett, who's a member of the Sons of Beach, who still visit the Cayman Islands. Then we're looking at Saturday's birthday. Marissa Ebanks celebrating a birthday on Saturday. On Sunday, Stafford Millwood, Mr. Stafford Millwood celebrating a birthday. Raul Nicholson Coe celebrating his birthday also on Sunday. So we want to thank Miss Aldine for that. And I also want to give a big shout out, happy belated birthday to Miss Caris Ebanks, my step-granddaughter. She celebrated her birthday yesterday. So Caris, she had a lovely cake with her image on it as well. So happy birthday to you, Caris. You're developing into a fine young lady and going on to further your education as well. Have another one here. This person, this is about a fish fry. Well, I guess I can share that before we go to our commercial break. Person says, good morning. I'd like to share that the Cayman Islands Agricultural Society will be having a fish fry. So we invite the public to bring your friends and family out this Sunday morning at 10 a.m. until everything is sold out, to enjoy quality fish fry and get to appreciate our fresh and natural homemade fruit juices from our own local farms this weekend. See you there. Says that you can contact them through WhatsApp, or you can call them at 926-3696. I will repeat that, 926-3696 or 929-4774. I'll repeat that one also, 929-4774 for more information if it is needed. But they will be having a fish fry on Sunday. Sunday, of course, would be the 2nd of August, and they're inviting you to come along. Now, what they haven't shared here is the venue. Is it at the agriculture ground, as Stacy Watler Agriculture Ground, or where is it? Can you please send that additional information so I can inform our listeners as well? Folks, we're going to take a commercial break. Please stay tuned. For the record, we'll be back shortly.
Yeah, let me tell you, no AC when I was a boy. I still remember just how good an ice-cold Coca-Cola was.
The part is, the coolest moms and dads always had Coca-Cola or parties.
The sound when you pop the top, and the fizzle, and that, after that first sip.
Coca-Cola, from generation to generation, that ice-cold bubbly. Coca-Cola, still a Cayman classic.
Hi, Bobo Tini Cousin, everybody. I hear Cayman Airways celebrating their 58th anniversary by giving us the gifts. They got airfares on sale now for flights to every place they fly to next month through December. Look here, I gonna book my flights now to go Galawantan next month with Cayman Airways. I'll see you directly.
Catch your seat on sale by August 8th. Other conditions apply. Call 949-2311 or visit CaymanAirways.com. Your award-winning, uniquely Caymanian airline.
Did you know that Doctors Hospital provides urgent care services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? And Doctors Hospital's urgent care physicians have access to the most advanced MRI and CT imaging in the Caribbean, providing reliable diagnostics when you need it most. When you need quality urgent care for an illness or injury, Doctors Hospital is here for you 24/7. Whether it's a migraine, chest or abdominal pain, shortness of breath, broken bones, or another urgent need, Doctors Hospital at the top of Walker's Road. Urgent care right now.
Cineco's parametric insurance after hurricanes is now available for motor policies. Fixed automatic payouts cover incidental vehicle expenses like fuel, cleanup, and minor repairs. No claims, no damage required. $200 for comprehensive policies or $100 for third-party policies. Available exclusively through Cineco and included with all new motor insurance policies and upon renewal for current policies. Visit Cineco.ky today. Cineco, keeping Cayman covered.
Can you imagine your home completely organized? At Brand Source Custom Closets, we can. We specialize in designing and building custom closets and storage units for any room in your home, including the garage. With tailored designs and custom LED lighting solutions to fit your lifestyle and budget. Our custom closets expert is committed to enhancing the value of your home with a solution that is uniquely yours. Visit our showroom or call 623-6774 to schedule a no-obligation appointment with our design expert. Brand Source Custom Closets, 209 Dorothy Drive, Industrial Park.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
This is For the Record.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. No guests in the studio at this point in time. We thought we had guests coming in at 7:30, but that has not materialized. We should have guests in at 8:15. Hopefully that will materialize. If not, we have lots of things to converse about right here on For the Record. Of course, this time of the year when people are on vacation and everything else, thought ran through my mind, and maybe, the talk show should go on vacation for the summer as well and open up that space to our youngsters, those that are doing summer camps and stuff like that, and have them take control of the airways, the talk shows in the morning and in the afternoon for a couple of weeks, as well. That may not be a bad idea. So we do have another birthday greeting here. Person has asked us to send happy birthday greetings to Olivia Benjamin Jackson, as well as Keisha Lynn. So happy birthday to Keisha Lynn and Olivia Benjamin Jackson. On the fish fry, folks. Fish fry, Sunday, 2nd of August, put on by the Cayman Islands Agricultural Society. It will be held at the agricultural grounds starting at 10 a.m. until sold out. They're telling you to come hungry and leave happy as well. Some of the items on the menu: fish and fritters, chicken wings and tenders with fries, whole corn on the cob, plantains, and coleslaw. And if I could make a suggestion, your agricultural society as well, how about some nice fresh fruit salads? That may be a way to go as well. Some fresh fruit salads out there for those persons who are looking to, eat a little bit more healthy than others. We do have a caller. Let's take that caller before we go to our 8 o'clock news. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning there, Mr.
Hey, morning. How art thou?
I'm good. First, I got a few things, but
Okay.
I'll be jumping all over the place. I was listening yesterday to the talk today, and there was a lady on there, Catherine Miller, I think. She had very strong opinion of the licensing and the fees and the likes. She thought it was discriminatory, that you have one price for one group of people and a price for another group.
And she was and when she expressed that, I believe she said those were her personal views.
That's what I just told you. Personal opinion.
Personal, yeah.
She had strong opinion then.
Yeah.
That's what I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Your body entitled to opinion, but listen now. This is Cayman. Very small jurisdiction. Everybody come here, and it seems to me now we see nowadays it's free for all. Beautiful beaches, nice roads to drive on, all these kind of things, right? You know what you do? You make us get a bunch of potholes. You see how quick people complain, But we should not charge what we want to charge. This is the Cayman Islands. If you want to come, you come. You don't want to come, don't come. You got to pay to play in the Cayman Islands. If you don't want to pay, don't come. So I don't agree with her opinion. But that's not here and there to me.
Do you want to dive? Do you want to dive deep into that a little deeper, or do you want to go on to something else? Because I have some views on the whole thing, and I was reserving them for when we have an open line. So I'll keep that undercover until
We'll go back to that one of these days. Whenever you bring it up, then I'll chime in on it. Yeah. Another thing was, I heard you on Wednesday, Friday, get on the talk today too, but you went off before I could get on with you. I'm not sure whether some of those where you call Johnny come lately, almost knocked you down on your bicycle or what. But boy, you were hot on Wednesday on the talk today. You what a musician say. You laid on some serious track.
Yes.
You made me proud.
Thank you.
Yeah. I was very appreciative of your dialogue on Wednesday, especially at the end. So we need to have more dialogue like that, and more people chiming in on a dialogue like that. I don't see why it have to be poor old OC that just have to carry the weight when it comes on something like that. You know what I mean? You should be they should be the politician, and then you backing them up. That's what I think. But another thing, OC, I often hear the politicians come on your show too, and for they justify issues of work permit by saying population. Jobs. We have more jobs than we have population to fill the jobs, which is good. That's a good thing, right? And so they are talking about, we have to issue the work permits and no permits. But then on the other hand, we'll see if you got more jobs where you have to import workers. Why is it that when we get a master's degree, an associate, a bachelor's, and the likes come home with honors, specializing in certain areas, why is it that they're going to be sending out 10, 15 resume and don't even get a reply, and you just tell me that we got more jobs and we got people to fill it? You see what I mean?
Yes,
See, that shouldn't be the case. That should not be the case. We are here bragging about we got more jobs than we can handle, but yet our educated people really can't launch. And you don't even return a call. 10 resumes submitted and no reply. But yet, I can tell you one of our good friends' daughter came home with a master's, applied for 10 different jobs in government. Government, full breed Caymanian, but were born in the States, right? Just because of medical reasons, right? So as you know, she got access to American papers. So after she got no reply at all from the 10 different application in government, she decided, her and her father, he being Mr. Smart Guy, say, what you do? You reply back to them, but submit your American passport and the likes. She got 8 replies from the 10 that she submitted. So what I tell you,
Yes. Yeah.
What that tell you? So don't.
You're not welcome in your own country.
Yeah, don't give me no jive. Don't give me no jive. She never get one reply from 10 different applications, but as soon as she reply on that different nationality, she get 8 reply from 10 submission. No.
But yet, people will tell you, oh, we want to hire Caymanians because it's it's cheap. It's less costly for us if we do if we do that. But those are words coming from the lips, not from the heart.
Yeah. Also, talk is cheap. Take money by whiskey, bro. Yeah. Don't come. So from now on, they don't come laughing up in my face and tell me no foolishness.
Yep.
You do what you gotta do.
Okay.
Don't. Promises is a comfort to a fool.
So true.
Yeah.
Okay.
So don't. Yeah.
Lord Graham,
Go.
I have a few more birthday shout-outs that I want to share before we go off for 8 o'clock news. Take care. Okay, so we've been asked to, I would like to wish my wife, Rhonda Charlene Schmidt, a very happy birthday tomorrow, August the 1st, which is also the Swiss National Day. And the birthday greetings are coming from Miss Charlene's husband, Peter Schmidt. So Miss Charlene, happy birthday tomorrow when it comes. And to Mr. Schmidt and the Swiss people, happy Swiss National Day as well. Also, we've been asked by Miss Brenda Archer to, she's written, could you please wish my granddaughter Ava happy birthday. Today is her birthday. So Ava, happy birthday greetings coming from your grandmother, Miss Brenda Archer as well. Let me just check to see if we have any more before we go to our 8 o'clock news, and we should have guests in the studio after 8 o'clock news. If for some reason we don't worry, folks, have lots for to talk about. How many of you knew that in 1967 there was expressed, and this was August of 1967, the 3rd of August 1967, need for history of Cayman stressed, preservation of monuments being studied. And that was when first talk about a national trust in for the Cayman Islands came about. I have to do a little research now to see when we actually establish the national trust in the Cayman Islands. Folks, we've reached that time, top of the hour, 8 o'clock news. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back immediately after the 8 o'clock news.
The voice of the Cayman Islands.
89.9 FM in Grand Cayman and 93.9 FM in Cayman Brac and Little Cayman.
Silver wings shining in the sunlight.
Radio Cayman.
For today's biggest news.
Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands.
With your latest news, I'm Carsley Fuller. It's a busy agenda at Cabinet's July 15th meeting. At this meeting, Cabinet approved the issuance of a coastal works permit to construct a dock on Crown seabed, as well as carry out dredging operations on Crown property. The Cabinet minutes did not include the location of these works. Cabinet also dealt with money matters, including the transfer of funds to the London office and the reallocation of funds from the Ministry of Education and Training to the Ministry of Planning, Lands, Agriculture, Housing and Infrastructure. The Cabinet minutes no longer contain monetary values. However, the appropriations are expected to be revealed to the public when MPs reconvene for Parliament in September. Several board appointments were approved, including the Board of Directors for the Children and Youth Services Keys Foundation, along with several posts to the Health Practice Commission, the Nursing and Midwifery Council, the Health Insurance Commission, the Pharmacy Council, the Health Appeals Tribunal, the Council for Professions Allied with Medicine, and the Adoption Board. Finally, Cabinet noted the Office of the Commissioner of Police's intention to, quote, redevelop the Georgetown Police Station and approve the progression of the project through the procurement of consultancy services to develop an outlined business case. You can find the full meeting summary online at gov.ky. As Radio Cayman has been reporting this week, government is looking to upgrade its public health systems, including legislation related to environmental health. Proposed environmental health bill will set up the Cayman Islands' first standalone act.
Having a standalone piece of legislation provides a framework to cover food and water safety, nuances, air quality control, noise control, waste, sanitation, vector control and enforcement. And when we look at the Public Health Act, this is what has been missing.
Health Minister, the Honorable Catherine Ebanks-Wilkes, told listeners on Radio Cayman's The Buzz, if there is, quote, better environmental health data and clear definitions to environmental protection, then things like enforcement and waste reduction, quote, fall in place. The legislation, if passed by MPs, will provide a dedicated legal framework defining the powers and responsibilities of the Department of Environmental Health, its director, and environmental health officers.
And then the bill also enables Cabinet, after having consulted with the director, to undertake, required physical, chemical, or biological analysis of any substance. It also renames offensive trades as potentially harmful trades, which can be seen in, provision of cosmetology or hairdressing or barber services, or tattoo or body piercing services, or any other trade that might be prescribed by Cabinet.
The proposed bill will also cover other environmental health functions like food safety and hygiene, drinking water quality, air quality, and noise. And with the bill comes updated fines.
It introduces stronger deterrence, so fines under the present framework generally range from $50 to $10,000.
Yeah.
And under the new environmental health bill, they range from $200 to $10,000, with many being between $2,000 and $5,000.
The ministry is hosting a series of town hall meetings to hear your views on the matter, with the official public consultation period expected to start next month. In regional news, the president of the Jamaica Football Federation says he's confident his directors will vote to reject FIFA President Giovanni Infantino's FIFA Forward Enterprise proposal when it convenes for an emergency meeting today. Michael Ricketts, who also serves as the vice president of the Caribbean Football Union, said opposition to the proposal is widespread, and he expects Jamaica to join that opposition. Infantino's proposal seeks to create a subsidiary called FIFA Forward Enterprise that will be placed in charge of the commercial rights, sponsorships, licensing, and event operations for all FIFA competitions, including the World Cup. Now with a check of international news, here's the BBC, which will take us out of the newscast. I'm Carsley Fuller.
BBC News with Danielle Yawowiecka. Spain's Prime Minister Pedro Sánchez has described the massive influx of migrants into the Spanish North African territory of Ceuta as an attack on the country. More than 30 people died trying to make the crossing, drowning as they swam around border fences. Tens of thousands of migrants have already returned to Morocco. The last major influx 5 years ago followed a dispute between Morocco and Spain over Western Sahara. The European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen described the situation in Ceuta as unacceptable. She said no one should be allowed into the EU without following the rules. Chancellor Merz of Germany urged Morocco to take the migrants back immediately. And that's the latest BBC World News.
Stay in touch with Radio Cayman with the latest up-to-date, accurate news and information. For your convenience, the headline news will be repeated on our sister station, Breeze 105.3 FM, weekdays at 8:30 a.m. Follow Radio Cayman on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or download the Radio Cayman app in the App Store or log on to www.radiocayman.gov.ky and stay connected to what's happening in the community. Radio Cayman, your voice, your choice, your radio.
RC Fusion is proudly brought to you by TCE Paint Shop, Farmers and Artisans Retail Market. RC Fusion, weekdays 10 a.m. to 12 midday, right here on Radio Cayman 89.9.
RC Fusion.
Radio Cayman Energy.
The 8 a.m. weather update brought to you by
CG Britcay, where people come first. All right, once again, good morning, Cayman. Let's take a look at your weather. Just about 5 minutes after 8 o'clock. How is it looking on the outside? Nice sunny conditions with some partial cloud cover as expected. Present temperature 86 degrees Fahrenheit, but it really feels like about 96 right about now. Winds are out of the east, that's 7 miles per hour. Relative humidity 76%, and the barometric pressure still at 29.99 inches. There is a low chance of showers across the Cayman area with limited low-level moisture and marginal upper-level support. Moderate winds and seas will persist through the period. So our forecast for today calls for partly cloudy skies with a 30% chance of the morning shower. Temperatures will rise near the low to mid-90s with a heat index of 110. Winds will be east to southeast at 10 to 15 knots. Seas will be moderate at wave heights of 3 to 5 feet. Later tonight, partly cloudy skies with cloudy spells and a 30% chance of showers and thunder. Temperatures will fall near the low to mid-80s. Winds will be east to northeast at 5 to 10 knots. Seas will be moderate with wave heights of 3 to 5 feet. High tide is coming in at 10:19. It's going to be low at 4:11 this afternoon. High at 10:42 tonight. Sunset later on this evening will be at 7:01. And the outlook is for similar weather conditions through Saturday before conditions become conducive for thunder showers on Sunday ahead of an approaching tropical wave. And that, my friends, is your latest weather brought to you by our good friends at CG Britcay.
We were set to battle, and your Aunt Angie was leading the pack when...
Aunt Angie, what does this have to do with car damage?
Oh, right. Well, long story long. I took down the assassins and wound up inventing a new form of mixed martial arts. I became an international champion until one sore loser karate kicked my car. But I was covered with CG.
Covered for malicious damage and more. CG Britcay. Good like that. All benefits are subject to policy provisions, including eligibility at the time of service.
The 8 a.m. weather update brought to you by
CG Britcay, where people come first.
The Passport and Corporate Services Office is urging all residents to verify the validity of their travel documents and take steps to protect them ahead of the hurricane season, which starts the 1st of June. Residents are advised to check passport expiry date, verify entry requirements for their destination, apply for or renew passports and visas early, and make copies of passports and key documents and store them in waterproof containers. For more information, call 345-649-7678 or email passportandcorporate@gov.ky.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Enjoy a delicious start to your day with breakfast from Subway.
Once again, happy Friday to you, Cayman, as you make movements into the Georgetown area. Traffic's coming out of the eastern districts, flowing smoothly, looking down from the east-west arterial. Similar on the CUC roundabout, things are moving smoothly onto the Linford Pearson and Crew Road. Looking out from Jose's gas station, yes, traffic is building but moving. Looking at the Butterfield roundabout, things are moving there just fine. North Sound Road heading east to Dorsey Drive. A little bit of traffic there. Light traffic towards Roberts Drive if you're heading towards the airport to catch your flight. West Bay Road, things are moving smoothly.
North Church Street as well. Seafarers Way heading north, coming out of South Church Street, might have a little bit of traffic buildup in that area, but should be moving along once you get past that. Heading to the Eastern Districts, not much issues at all. And of course, Cayman Brackland, Cayman Light Traffic this time in the morning. We urge you to be safe out there and enjoy your commutes. Your traffic report brought to you by our good friends at Subway.
Start your year off right with Subway's Fresh Fit menu. 4 protein-packed subs with 20 grams or more protein, under 500 calories, and loaded with full servings of crisp veggies on hearty multi-grain bread. Try the grilled chicken and avocado, the ham and turkey stacker, the seasoned steak and avocado, or the turkey and ranch delight. Big flavor, plenty of protein, and fresh veggies in every bite. Fuel your day the Fresh Fit way. Only at Subway. Subway. Eat fresh.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Enjoy a delicious start to your day with breakfast from Subway.
For the Health of It, heard on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. and repeated on Saturdays at 9:30 a.m. Brought to you by UHealth International, University of Miami Health System. International patients go to UHealth International for consultations with renowned physicians, advanced treatment technologies, leading-edge medical therapies, and state-of-the-art surgical procedures. Whatever your particular reason for going to UHealth International, you will receive customized medical care delivered within a compassionate, multicultural setting. The care you need when you need it.
Cayman, are you ready? Celebrate Jamaica's independence at the Grace Kennedy Money Services Western Union Jamaica Independence Free Gospel Concerts. Join us on Saturday, August 1 at Compass Green in Georgetown, starting at 7:30 p.m. for an unforgettable evening of praise and worship, featuring Jamaica's own Ryan Davis and Minister Howdy, alongside Cayman favorites Minister Bavina, Flavia Beswick, and other special guests. Guess what? Admission is free. Come on out as one people, one praise, one nation for nights of music, worship, and celebration. Proudly sponsored by GK1, Popeyes, the best dressed chicken, KDP Construction and Colors, Kmart Hair and Beauty Supply, Lasco, Praise 87.9 FM, and Radio Cayman.
For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. As promised, we do have our guests in the studio. So it is my pleasure to welcome in to the studio with me representatives from the Ministry of Health, Environment, and Sustainability. Of course, Minister Catherine Ebanks Wiltz. She's here. Good morning,
Good
Minister.
morning.
Welcome
Good morning.
back
We'll
to
see
For
you.
the
Good morning,
Record.
Cayman.
Chief Nursing Officer, Ms. Felicia McLean.
Good morning.
Welcome back. And Director of the Department of Environmental Health, DEH. I had to pause there for a second because the other day there was someone I was talking to. I was making a distinction between DEH and DOE when we were on the talk show as well. So, Mr. Richard Sims from DEH. Good morning, sir. Welcome back to For the Record. It's been a while since you were here.
Good morning to you and your listeners, and thank you for having us this morning. Really appreciate being here.
Okay.
And don't feel left out in terms of mixing us up with the DOE, because that's a regular thing.
Yes, that happens. So, Minister, you're embarking on robust legislative process in terms of getting all of our bills aligned. Can we talk about some of the problems that your government and your ministry is trying to solve?
Well, Osi, I think first of all, what I'd like to do is just to share a little with the public to say that this is the first set of legislative changes that are proposed for the Ministry of Health, Environment, and Sustainability for this term. We have another set that the ministry has been working on, and we're hoping to get that completed, hopefully, maybe by early 2027. What we are doing is addressing, I think, the need that every country has, which is just to continue looking at our laws and modernizing legislation that is old. We have legislation that's older than certainly me. And so we're here, just the objective is to move healthcare and just public health in a forward direction for the country in order to ensure that the health of our people and the environment, which also affects our health, is protected and is kept safe. So we have 4 pieces of legislation that we're hoping to take to Parliament in the next sitting. We have the Public Health Bill, the Environmental Health Bill, the Tobacco Amendment Bill, and the Health Practice Amendment Bill, which I know we will speak to those a little bit more in detail on the show.
Okay. And I think we should also point out that the government is inviting the community to help to shape the future of our health through a program of these reforms as well. And how will the public be engaged in this process?
So I'll take that one. Basically, we've decided we wanted the public's opinion early. So the final draft of the bills are not ready just yet because we wanted to hear from everyone out there. And so we're going to have a series of consultations starting as soon as actually tomorrow. Tomorrow's a healthcare one. So we're going to the healthcare practitioners and having a session with them so that we can hear what they think. Did we get it right? Did we have any other suggestions? Is there a better way that we can do this? So that, truth be told, the bill can truly represent the will of the people. And then in that, we're going to be later then going to look at the Environmental Health Act at a town hall on Monday the 3rd at the John Gray Memorial Church in West Bay. And then from there, we go the next day on Tuesday, the 4th of August, to the Seafarers Hall in Prospect so we can hear from people on that side of the island. So we're really trying to be inclusive of all the different districts. And it continues with several more. It's hard to keep listing them all out. So I'm going to say there's some more. We're also going to the Sister Islands. This August 7th and August 8th will be in the Little Cayman and the Brac. Okay. And so really just want to, like I said, get a chance to discuss some of the proposed changes that we're looking at putting in there, and also just to hear from them in regards to the concerns that they may have in relations to public health, in relations to environmental health, in relations to health practice, and in relations to the Tobacco Act, so that we can make sure we get it right.
Okay. Can you repeat the upcoming one so that our listeners and our viewers can...
So the upcoming one, all the healthcare practitioners have actually already registered for that. That was a pre-registration one, and that happens tomorrow. But the public's first one will be Monday the 3rd of August from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. because we know people have to drive back home and, traffic and stuff. And we want everyone to have the chance to be there. And that will be at the John Gray Memorial Church Hall in West Bay, 7 to 9 on Monday the 3rd. And then Tuesday the 4th of August is again 7 to 9, but this time at the Seafarers Hall in Prospect.
Okay. Mr. Sims, let's talk about your expectations and the impact that these legislative changes will have in terms of your department, its performance, and the successes that are likely to be achieved as a result of these legislative changes.
Yes, sir. Thank you for that. And first, before I move on, I want to thank the minister for having, taken the task on to move these legislation forward, because they've been a long time coming, and as you mentioned earlier, especially the Public Health Act is older than her and me too. But these new bill particularly, it will strengthen our daily operations in many respects. For example, right now we're managing food operations within that, responsible for restaurants and food. Now, we currently don't have a food law, right? But we've been doing very well, really, operating under the current Public Health Act with what we have. But what this new legislation will do is strengthen us, give us more tools to operate with, have more enforcement abilities, and so on. But let me break it down a little bit better for you, because when we look at the key things that it will impact, for like in food and hygiene, the bill will strengthen the ability to regulate food establishments, because right now there's no real regulations around them. We have policies and procedures in place now that we're actually working with, and so far people have been compliant, right? Because everybody wants to make sure that they serve good food and have good hygiene practices, because our staff has been training them for the last couple of years, and we've been monitoring. So it will also help us to deal with harmful trades, and some of the harmful trades are like people dealing with beauty salons, barbershops, tattoo parlors, all of those things. Now they'll be properly regulated and give us more autonomy to address any issues with those persons, because when you're talking about injury to persons and potential illnesses that can follow, we want to make sure that we hold people accountable for their actions if they practice anything that's against good health and practices. One of the things that we also like about what's coming is the fact that we can now implement. There'll be fixed penalties, when we're enforcing these act. And one of the reasons I like fixed penalty is because when you look at the processes now under the current Public Health Act, to prosecute somebody for an offense, it takes a long time, and it's a very tedious process, and one that the public sometimes does not understand. All they know that they have made a report and they want action, but the thing is, what they don't understand is the action that's been taken and how long that process takes to get somebody before the courts, especially with a department like ours now. When we are dealing with case files, having to submit them to the DPP, we're competing with the police, right, who has, other priority cases over ours. And the DPP office has to sift through all of those to say, okay, well, which one do I prosecute? Do I prosecute somebody who contravenes the Environmental Health Act versus somebody who contravenes the Penal Code, which is more serious? And so those balancing acts. So with the fixed penalties coming, it makes the process more easier for us and the offender as well, right? So they don't get tied up into the courts and all this other different things. So I'm looking forward to all of that.
And we have seen other departments, for instance, like work, with their ability to impose administrative fines,
right?
For the process to work, so much better as well. Yeah, absolutely, so that's a good example.
And we're going to be modernizing the act itself, because, and even this week I was listening to you and you mentioned the word latrine, and and just to show you how old the act is, right? And referring to things like that, which are no longer, we don't have latrines anymore.
Exactly, yeah.
And ash pits and all of those stuff, right? So we're modernizing the act to bring it into the 21st century. So we can forget about those stuff. Yeah. So we're looking forward to it. I mean, like I said, there's so many good changes that are coming, and we're really looking forward to it, because we want to move things forward, Mr. Connor, and with the help of the minister and the team, we'll be able to get across the goalposts and modernize these legislation.
Okay. Now, no doubt this will have an impact on the decision-making process as well. Ms. McLean, can you talk about that, the impact that is likely to have?
For sure. But going back, I just want to tack back on something he said in regards to public health, environmental health, and prevention, and with the new fines that'll be coming in there. It's like public health, environmental health is all about the health of the population. But if we don't have good regulatory things in process, then we can't enforce it to ensure that the safety is there. And so really and truly, all of the changes that we're recommending are really aimed at health prevention in regards to good health and in regards to good governance of our islands and ensuring that our people are safe. And so it's really, really an amazing tool for the Department of Environmental Health to have, to be able to, because people might not recognize them, if it takes really a long time for that law for that enforcement to happen, then was it really an infraction? Does it really matter? And we need people to understand that we take these things serious. We take the health when we look at parlors, when we look at beauty salons and the chemicals they may be using in there. It puts the people at risk. And we're trying to mitigate those things and ensure that there's ways that the Department of Environmental Health can really hold them accountable, make change happen, and improve the safety within our country. And so I just really wanted to impress upon the people that it seems like a lot of things coming their way, but they're all good things to protect them, to help them, to improve the Cayman Islands on a whole. And it's a really exciting time in the ministry. So, we're all super excited.
Yes, and if I can just piggyback before
Sure, Minister,
response, just to add to what both of Felicia and Richard have said is that a lot of what the legislation will bring is just the legislative protections or powers, but a lot of this is already in practice. As Richard mentioned, a lot right now is just done by way of policy, and which is really one of the reasons why it makes it difficult to really enforce. So just strengthening the way in which we are protecting the island by putting everything in law, but not to go back to what CNO said, not to scare the public. It's not like we're coming out and saying that we're going to be adding new provisions for beauty parlors. It's pretty much basically the same thing that you've been doing to regulate, but just now having the law behind us to give us those powers.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's absolutely correct, Mr. Connor. And the thing is, when you look at what we have here in the Cayman Islands, especially when it comes to food, we in the Cayman Islands here provide some of the best cuisines, right? And we just want to make sure that it's protected so that any person visiting the island know they can come here and enjoy the meals comfortably without having to fear illness or injury to themselves, because they know that there are provisions here in the Cayman Islands for us to look after those persons who are responsible for providing the meals, that they do it in such a way that it's very hygienic, to very high standards. So those are things that, like, says there be when you see the law come into effect, you probably won't recognize any changes because these are things that we're already practicing.
Yes, yeah.
So it's we just want to make sure that the whole thing that, like the CNO said, is pretty much we want to help the population and we want them to be safe. Right.
And that's the beauty with environmental health. And I just got to big up the whole team in that regards, because think about it. The law is older, and we're going to say it again, than all of us. But yet, despite having an outdated law in that regards, the policies and procedures that Richard and his team have put in place have raised the standards of what we would need to have it at anyway. However, there were no teeth in it in regards to enforcement. And while they were there, it was just a really tedious process. And so by bringing it in line to that 21st century, by ensuring now that his team has that much more to ensure and continue to hold people to that high standard, just makes their job a whole lot easier. And it also is a preventative measure. We don't want to wait till something happens and then be reactive. This is the Ministry of Health and Environmental Health being proactive in protecting and continuing to protect our population in our Cayman Islands.
Absolutely. Okay. Yeah, because our job, Mr. Connor, we had to do a lot. It's a lot of persuasion.
Yes,
right?
yes.
And we did. Thanks to my team, I think they were able to persuade a lot of people to make big changes. Sometimes changes that cost them millions of dollars. And especially when you talk about we go into a restaurant or a hotel and say, listen, look at the condition here. It's not up to standard. We want you to do some renovations. And they go, what? And then when they realize they have to really go and do those renovations, it's true persuasion. And you find some persons are spending $1 million on a kitchen, for example, just to kind of bring it up to standard, right? But now, like I say, just be smooth sailing. Don't worry. There's still room for those persuasions to carry on. So it's not like it's going straight into prosecution. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
So the decision making, there will still be discretion in as far as that decision making is concerned as well. Okay, we're going to go to a commercial break, but on the other side of the break, one of our listeners has written in and asked whether or not the whole issue of derelict vehicles will be addressed, or whether that the issue has already been resolved. So we'll give you an opportunity to respond to that as soon as we return from this commercial break. Folks, please stay tuned. For the record, we'll be back shortly.
Cineco's parametric insurance after hurricanes is now available for motor policies. Fixed automatic payouts cover incidental vehicle expenses like fuel, cleanup, and minor repairs. No claims, no damage required. $200 for comprehensive policies or $100 for third-party policies. Available exclusively through Cineco and included with all new motor insurance policies and upon renewal for current policies. Visit Cineco.ky today. Cineco, keeping Cayman covered.
My mom's a superhero. She always knows what to do when I feel icky. Yesterday, we went to West Bay Pharmacy, and they had everything she needed. Medicine, my favorite band-aids with dinosaurs, and even flavored vitamins. Mom says they keep our family healthy. I think they're magic. Don't tell anyone. I think superhero shop at West Bay Pharmacy. West Bay Pharmacy, where the superheroes shop. West Bay Pharmacy and Centennial Towers. Convenient quality care is just around the corner.
She hear clunk and her car stop. I was just about to send her some money, so I send it straight to her JN Money Transfer card. It cost me less, and perhaps she use the card, pay the garage right away. She'll get discount through the JN Rewards program in Jamaica. This card make things easy. You can even get funds at any multi-link ATM.
JN Money Transfer Card. Fast, affordable, convenient. Tell your loved ones in Jamaica about it. Sign up is free.
Hi, Bobo TD Cuzzy. Everybody, I hear Cayman Airways celebrating their 58th anniversary by giving us the gifts. They got airfares on sale now for flights to every place they fly to next month through December. Look here, I going book my flights now to go Galawantan next month with Cayman Airways. I'll see you on a directly.
Catch your seat on sale by August 8th. Other conditions apply. Call 949-2311 or visit CaymanAirways.com. Your award-winning, uniquely Caymanian airline.
Your dream home starts with a vision, and often inspiration is at the heart of that vision. Brand Source Home Gallery's in-house designers are here to help bring your vision to life. Whether you're remodeling or building a new home, Brand Source Home Gallery is your one-stop solution. Explore their kitchen cabinets, sinks, faucets, bath fixtures, tubs, vanities, and more. Let Brand Source's designers help and inspire you with your next project. Call 623-5000 and schedule an appointment with a design expert at Brand Source Home Gallery, Dorsey Drive, Industrial Park, serving Cayman for 50 years.
This is For the Record.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. For those of you who are just joining us, it is my pleasure to have in the studio with me this morning Honorable Catherine Ebanks Wilkes, Minister of Health, Environment and Sustainability, Chief Nursing Officer, Miss Felicia McLean. I keep forgetting that first name, Miss Felicia McLean, and Director of the Department of Environmental Health, Mr. Richard Sims. So before we went to the commercial break, we had a question about, well, first of all, we're talking about the new legislative agenda in relation to the ministry's initiatives. That is the Ministry of Health, Environment and Sustainability initiatives taking place. There are public consultations that will be taking place as well. The Chief Nursing Officer laid them out earlier. Monday, the 3rd of August, there will be a town hall meeting at the John Gray Memorial Church in West Bay, and then Tuesday the 4th of August at the Seafarers Hall in Prospect as well, talking about the health legislation. So we want to give our guests in the studio an opportunity to respond to the issue of derelict vehicles.
Right, Mr. Connor, when it comes to derelict vehicles, that is constantly issues that we are having to deal with on a daily basis. Up to yesterday, somebody called me about a bunch of derelict vehicles in their area, and I normally send my team straight away to look at those issues, right? Because when you look at addressing derelict vehicles, sometimes a derelict vehicle in the public side and our eyes are two different things, right? Because they are looking at a vehicle that has been parked there, it's just been sitting there, and no movement at all. So it's automatically a derelict. But under the Act itself carries a definition for which we have to go by, right? And so when you look at, when we start our investigation, first, the Act requires that the vehicle has to be expired for more than 6 months, right? Or suspended for more than 6 months. Now, once, and that's just that's beginning. And then we have to identify that it's abandoned, right? And look at its conditions, whether it's been missing parts and all these different things, for us to say then, yes, it falls within the definition of being a derelict. Now, once we have identified that it's a derelict, we will tag it, and under the new Act, we will give it 3 days. Within 3 days, we'll be able to remove it.
After tagging.
However, no, there are going to be provisions where it can be removed within less time than that.
Okay.
Right? So we can actually remove it within 24 hours, right? Now, the thing is, when you look at even us, we have problems getting into some neighborhoods when it comes to collecting waste because of accessibilities and all this kind of thing, obstructions. So what you find is that in some neighborhoods, particularly around Washington Boulevards and Windsor Park areas, where you find a home has been carved up into different apartments, and then you have, everybody that lives in a room has a car, right? So it obstructs the roadway. So, and sometimes they'll be there for days, and people then report those in and saying, oh, it's derelict, but they're actually not, right? But we have, like I say, I've explained the what we look for in terms of the act to be fulfilled before we take action. But we do take action in relation to derelict vehicles. And so normally, I'm saying this because sometimes people report things to us, and like I say, in their eyes, it's a derelict, but we can't take any action because it doesn't fulfill. But in those cases where it doesn't fulfill the requirements of a derelict, and if obstructing traffic, parked in a lawful, unsafe manner, then that's a matter for the police, right? So they have options. Like if I can't deal with it, but then my officers know that as long as we can't deal with it, then we pass the matter on to the police department for them to action. So we just don't leave it alone. You know what I mean? Because we know that at some point one agency has to act, and and that's some of the times the benefit of working with different agencies at the same time. We're able to, so okay. Let's go to and deal with this particular incident, because I can tell you most time my officers, when they're operating in the neighborhoods, they work with 2 other departments, the police and Department of Investment and Commerce, right? Because there are instances where we can act and we can't, and if we can't, they can't.
Which is a good way for us to segue into the cross-departmental issues that are faced. Minister, you want to say something?
Yeah, before we
Yes,
do, OC, I just want to tag team with what Director Sims is saying and just clarify to the public, because we had a big session in Parliament where we talked about the Litter Amendment Bill. So don't want the public to feel as if that legislation is just parked. Where we are at right now is the legislative drafting team have sent back to the ministry a set of draft regulations which the ministry is working through. So just to share with the public that we are moving along very quickly in the ministry to complete the regulations. Once the regulations have been finalized and approved by Cabinet, then Director Sims, as he mentioned earlier, will have a whole different set of mechanisms in place to move a derelict vehicle after a shorter period of time, even if it isn't, even if it doesn't have an expired registration. So just to let the public know, because I've gotten a lot of calls since the bill has been passed, and someone has seen a derelict car on the side of the road for over 2 days, and they're asking how come the car hasn't been removed. Just wanted to explain to the public the reason why is because we need to pass the regulations first, which really are the teeth of that law. So just wanted to clear that up.
Okay. So one topical issue, and it may be sub judice to a certain extent, because I believe it's still going.
You sure you want to go there? Let's just skip that one.
I think that there's a certain amount that has been publicized in relation to it, and this really has to do with the cross-agency cooperation that is needed. For instance, chicken coops.
Yeah.
It may be issues that are addressed by different agencies because it doesn't fall under you. Can you sort of like give us a view of that, Mr. Sims?
Yes, the chicken coop situation is very interesting. We know that, and I was listening to you earlier this week when you were talking about the situation where back in the day, there weren't all of these regulations. You could just put a coop in your yard and pretty much raise your chickens without any issues.
Yeah, subsistence, yeah.
But now things have changed. The Cayman Islands has developed. So we have more neighbors than we had back then. And so what you find now, here's the issue with chicken coops, even from an environmental health perspective, because we have to look at the nuisances aspect of the chickens. For example, I just got a call a couple days ago from a lady who was complaining that her neighbors have chickens and they're making noise. They're crowing at certain hours in the morning, and it's constant. And the stench from the chicken waste is affecting them. So now we would have to look at that from a nuisance perspective, right? Because we have to think about the health and safety of the neighbors, as well as we have to take in consideration, because this new act also covers noise and vibration, right? And so, and it speaks to the fact that every person should be able to enjoy their residence within comfort. Now, if you find that, yes, we want you to raise your chicken, but then if you cause a nuisance, then that means it's, and then you have to look at even the health of the chickens, which means not just only from environmental health perspective, you have the Department of Agriculture who might have to get involved in these things, right? But so cross agencies, we have to work together to deal with these issues. Now, the thing what I like about this new act is that, especially when it comes to noise and vibration, the Town and Communities Act speaks to noise, but doesn't give any decimal levels for which we must act within. Now, under this new act, we'll be able to deal with those things, address the noise nuisances more efficiently, right? And so it will give us the ability to have meters that we can actually use to measure noises and prosecute against. So, yeah, and I can see the challenge with cross-agency issues, whereas people would say, well, I have planning approval to have this chicken coop, and it's met all planning standards. Yes, that's true. But then you have to deal with other issues. Are you having issues with the chickens from an agricultural perspective, or you have met all the requirements to satisfy the nuisance abatement side of things for us not to get involved, all those issues. So things and times have changed, but and we're running fast out of land space for farming too.
Yeah. Yes.
So.
Yes. So if we were to look way ahead, from now, let's say 5 years from now after implementation, what would success look like for us here in the Cayman Islands, as far as public health is concerned?
Well, it has huge benefits in different ways, but I will start in saying that when we look at public health in a general, I think, and Minister said it best on another show that we were on, that it's a long-term game. So you might not see many in that first 5 years, but the changes we make today will improve the island our kids live in, improve the health of our population, for the long haul, for that next generation. But in the interim, in the meantime, I can speak more from a public health standpoint. By putting in some of the changes that we're looking at doing, it would mean that we could see decreases in cardiovascular disease in regards to programs that would be introduced in the public when the public health unit comes under the ministry, and then the department comes under us. We can do more there. When we look at the environmental health, act, and we're making changes in regards, like he said, to nuisances and putting laws in place that allow us and policies and support to ensure those safety measures are met. It's going to improve the health of the population, and you'll see it in increments as we go along. But they're definitely going to be there from early days, and then for the years to come.
So, Ms. McLean, if you can expand a little bit more in terms of the how a dedicated Department of Public Health will improve health outcomes.
Yeah. So it's been said before. We were very, very grateful for all the HSA has been doing and has done for many, many years in regards to public health outputs and doing the things we need in that regards. But it is a challenge. They are a tertiary hospital, and we want them to focus on those things. And so having that department come under the ministry not only frees them up a little bit, but it also allows us to look at national data. We get requests from PAHO and other, from the region in regards to what are our numbers around birth rates, what are our numbers around, infectious diseases, what are our numbers there? And it's really hard to ask all these private providers and to feed information into the HSA when it's sometimes seen as a competitor in that regards. And so by being able to, in the ministry, request the data, we can enforce better collection of those non-communicable diseases, better data around health matters. And then from that data, we can plan better in regards to wellness programs, health protection. It also looks at, when we think of something like COVID that happened, imagine having to deal with that many different areas in regards to overseeing the policies of what we're going to do for safety. Once it's under the ministry, it'll allow for a smoother line of ensuring the safety of the country when any kind of communicable disease is a threat to our country, working better with border control and those. It's just the time is going to turn around to enforce things, ensuring you won't even know the incident happened. So let's just say we got a report of, I'm just going to say chickenpox. By having the department under us, by being able to work with the different ministries, we can put things in place. We can do surveillance. We can ensure the safety of that person and then the population, and you don't even know it happened.
Yes, and I think it's easier, as Felicia just said, it's easier to have more of a cross-department or ministry coordination by having the department sit under the Ministry of Health. So we're really looking forward to being able to increase the data collection and surveillance so that we can have more focused approach on the way that we deal with preventative care of the island. And I want to give kudos to the team in the ministry for all the hard work they've done on starting the implementation plan coming out of the STEP survey. The Movement Challenge was one of the big public health initiatives that they did. And I think public can appreciate, just having this campaign started from the ministry, having a conversation and trying to change the behavior of the public on just how we move our bodies and how that affects our health, shows the importance of having this dedicated department sitting under the ministry. And then again, ensuring that all of the other healthcare facilities are doing what is required of them in legislation to share their information so that we can collect that information, the data.
Folks, we're going to take our last commercial break. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly. Okay.
We can make your life much better. We got it all together. We got a great deal in store for you. From cookware to stereos, from power tools to plumbing supplies. Yeah, we got the best goods with the best price and a service to make you smile. Herb's Home Center. We got a great deal in store for you.
My mom's a superhero. She always knows what to do when I feel icky. Yesterday, we went to West Bay Pharmacy, and they had everything she needed. Medicine, my favorite Band-Aids with dinosaurs, and even flavored vitamins. Mom says they keep our family healthy. I think they're magic. Don't tell anyone. I think superhero shop at West Bay Pharmacy. West Bay Pharmacy, where the superheroes shop. West Bay Pharmacy and Centennial Towers. Convenient quality care is just around the corner.
Babe, not tonight. You keep poking me and I need to be rested for meetings tomorrow.
What? I was almost asleep. That's the mattress spring I keep telling you about, not me. we really need to get a new mattress.
Tossing and turning, back hurting, can't sleep? It might be time to turn in your old mattress and go to bed with a new one. Browse the huge mattress showroom at Brand Source Home Gallery and pick the perfect mattress today. With mattresses to suit every budget, Brand Source Home Gallery stocks a wide selection of sizes and styles like pillow top and gel memory foam. So stop tossing and turning and sleep better tonight with a new mattress from Brand Source Home Gallery, Dorsey Drive, Industrial Park.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
K-Man, are you ready? Celebrate Jamaica's independence at the Grace Kennedy Money Services Western Union Jamaica Independence Free Gospel Concerts. Join us on Saturday, August 1 at Compass Green in Georgetown, starting at 7:30 p.m. for an unforgettable evening of praise and worship, featuring Jamaica's own Ryan Davis and Minister Howdy, alongside Cayman favorites Minister Bavina, Flavia Beswick, and other special guests. Guess what? Admission is free. Come on out as one people, one praise, one nation for nights of music, worship, and celebration. Proudly sponsored by GK1, Popeyes, the best dressed chicken, KDP Construction and Colors, Kmart Hair and Beauty Supply, Lasco, Praise 87.9 FM, and Radio K-Man.
For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. We're on the last leg of the show this morning. Government has launched a landmark program for legislative reform. Residents are invited to help shape the future of health in the Cayman Islands through public consultation. We're talking about that. The legislative changes, the public consultation. That conversation has taken place with the Honorable Catherine Ebanks-Wilkes, Minister with responsibility for health, environment, and sustainability, Chief Nursing Officer and the Director of Environmental Health. So, folks, the mic is back over to you.
So one of the things we wanted to cover before we left is the changes happening in the Health Practice Act. And it's a needed change mainly for nursing. It has other implications, but mainly for nursing. So about 10 years ago, they started the nursing school with the goal of being able to oversee local workforce building and retention. However, when we started, our laws didn't support allowing the Nursing Council to oversee the program in totality. And thanks to Jamaica, they have been overseeing our students, indexing them, seeing them through the program through graduation for the last 12 years or 10 years, going over 10 years. And basically, the act now is going to allow our Nursing Council to be able to have a subcommittee, which we look at mainly the education subcommittee, because we have, many amazing people on the council, but they're not going to have all the expertise needed to do everything within that remit. As we add on overseeing a school, looking at the curriculum, looking at the examination process, looking at the clinical sites that the nurses go to, for the students go to for their training. And so by the amendment in this act, it'll allow the council to be able to form subcommittees. And for the nursing, it'll be a first one, which would be the education subcommittee, which is huge, so that now instead of having Jamaica oversee the school of the Ruth Eleanor School of Nursing, the Nursing Midwifery Council of the Cayman Islands will oversee the Ruth Eleanor School in completion, from registering and indexing the student in the beginning through the curriculum and all the way to graduation and licensure. And so it's a huge step forward for that. And then the other councils can benefit as well. I know there have been conversations with CPAM, Allied Medicine, when it comes to the students coming back with psychology as well, and the clinical oversight that needs to happen. It'll allow the councils more strength. It'll strengthen their ability to manage the duties and even just kind of speed up the process, because now they won't be bogged down trying to be everything with a small cohort or a small makeup. And so that's a huge thing going forward. And we're really, really excited about it because it's been 10 years in the coming.
Wow. Okay, we still have about 6 minutes left, and we want to leave some time for each of you for some closing comments as well. But Minister, one of our listeners has written in and said, could the Minister please say what is the status of the KPMG report on the HSA? When will the public hear this report or see this report?
Right. Thank you, O.C. And thanks to the listening member of the public for their question. Just to say that we are just in the final stretch of the conclusion of the KPMG assessment on HSA, and next week I will be coming back to the public by way of a press conference. So more details, we're still trying to work out the date and time, and that will be shared with the public very soon. But we will be coming back to the public with our findings sometime next week.
Okay, so we want to have some closing comments. We're going to start with you, Mr. Sims.
Yes, first of all, Mr. Connor, always would like to give my shout out to my team.
Yes.
Department of Environmental Health. I keep telling everybody I have the best set of staff in the whole wide world. And, I'm really appreciative of their dedication, commitment to serving these islands. And we'll continue to do that. And once again, thank the Minister and her team for having the fortitude to move these new legislation forward. We know it's a good bill. It's a bill that is, especially the environmental health bill, which I'll be responsible for. It's a bill that will benefit us all. Looking at taking care of the health and safety of the population, and I ask that people to, attend as many meetings as they can, and when the time comes, and put their views forward. We're not perfect. We don't have all the answers. We just have an idea as what we want and where we would like to see things that we think is beneficial to them, and so we want their input. So they can have the final say as to these bills. Looking forward to their participation, and we welcome every opportunity for them to contribute.
Chief Nursing Officer?
Jumping on that, 100% support what Director Sims just said in regards to hearing from the people. I want to remind them this is not the final bill yet. These are the suggested amendments that we're looking at. And so the public consultation will actually come later, the 21st of August. At this point in time, we're saying these are some of the concerns that we've seen. These are what we've looked at in your best interest. Come and let us know, because we really want to ensure the safety. So we look at, and we didn't speak anything towards the Tobacco Act either, but in regards to vaping concerns with our young people and protecting them. And as ministers mentioned with regards to surveillance with public health, we really would like everyone to come out to every and all that they can, or utilize MOH feedback at gov.ky if they want to just write in some concerns or some questions they may have, so that they can be part of planning this next bill that's coming out before it goes to the final drafting, and then we're doing the public consultation later. So I just want to say thank you as well to Director Sims for his amazing team and all that they've done in environmental health, despite not having all the teeth that they needed. It's been a great job. He does have an amazing team, and they do great. And we just look forward to continue partnership to enhance the protection of the Cayman Islands and improve the health of our people.
Yeah, certainly that ability to use persuasion in the absence of firm, legislation to back you up. That is pretty good, and it shows also the confidence that the people have in you and your staff when you make suggestions to them and they come around and they comply.
Absolutely.
Yes. Minister.
Oh, see, I couldn't have said it better myself. I was thinking that, and as we were talking on break, Richard was talking about his team, and I know he publicly acknowledged them, as he always does. And I too want to thank all of the staff from the Department of Environmental Health for all their hard work. Importantly, I want to thank Richard for his leadership, because we also spoke about that. And it takes a great leader to be able to lead a team in the way that Richard has done and continues to do. And so I want to just use this opportunity to give him a shout out. Sometimes we don't say it enough. Also to Chief Nursing Officer Felicia. She's been very involved with the ministry team, CMO, all of our policy advisors, our Chief Officer, Tamara Ebanks, and our communications team. And I'm taking time this morning because a lot of the public never gets to truly appreciate all of the hard work that goes on before the minister sits here and shares with the public. There was someone working, all day yesterday on communications, a communication strategy. And I just want to thank each of them this morning. And to the public, this is really for you. Like I mentioned in one of the press releases, these are, the reforms belong to the people of the Cayman Islands. And as Chief Nursing Officer just said, the bill has not been finalized as yet. So we want to hear from the public. We want you to come out and listen to what we are proposing and then give us your feedback so that we can form part of the bill, any pieces of, any suggestions that we feel are necessary. So with that, OC, thank you for always having us on.
More than happy to.
Letting the public know what we are doing in the ministry and how that impacts the health and safety of Cayman. And so to the viewers and listeners, I wish you a wonderful weekend and look forward to being back on the show in the near future.
Certainly. And just for clarity, again, for our listening and viewing audience, so the town hall meetings will take place in the month of August, right? And
yes.
I'll ask Ms. Felicia to repeat those dates again. And then there will be a formal public consultation of all of the bills, and that will begin around about the 21st of August through September.
And OC, just to clarify, the formal consultation just means that is when the bill will be published.
Yes.
So before that, just clarifying for the public, before that we were doing these town halls, which I'll have Felicia share the details.
So just a reminder again, we look forward to all the health practitioners that are going to come out tomorrow to the one that we have that they've registered for. And then for the general public, we're looking at the Environmental Act first. And so we're going to have Monday, the 3rd of August from 7 till 9 p.m. We'll be at the John Gray Memorial Church Hall in West Bay. And on Tuesday, the 4th of August from 7 to 9, we'll be at the Seafarers Hall in Prospect. Following on that weekend, we'll be in the Sister Islands. Friday, the 7th of August from 5 to 7 at the Ashton Ruddy Center in the BRAC. And then on Saturday, the 8th of August, we will be at Little Cayman from 1 to 3. I'm not sure if we've finalized where that will be, but
there has been one change. The venue in Cayman Brac has changed to the Cayman Brac Beach Resort.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, I'm glad you told them. But anyway, for the Brackers, look out for us for Friday the 7th. You'll hear more. And if you're in Little Cayman, it'll be Saturday the 8th of August. And then we will look at the health legislation ones later in the month of August, around the 26th and 27th. But I don't want to give people too much. So let's focus on Monday and Tuesday next week, and then Friday and Saturday in the Sister Islands.
Excellent. And for those naysayers out there who say that they don't get an opportunity to express their views, this is your opportunity. Take advantage of it as well. Folks, top of the hour headline news. When we return, the phone lines will be open, so don't change that dial. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
If they are talking about us,
living in your head rent-free all this time,
we must be relevant. Radio Cayman since 1976. From Radio Cayman's newsroom, this is Headlines. Local, regional, international news.
The Headline News is brought to you by Kirk Market and Health Services Authority.
The Royal Cayman Islands Police Service announces the passing of retired senior police constable Howard Campbell. He served the people of the Cayman Islands with, quote, distinction, humility, and unwavering dedication for nearly 38 years before his retirement in 2021. His funeral is Saturday at the First Assembly of God at 1 p.m. In international news, U.S. President Donald Trump says an agreement has been reached for the, quote, complete disarmament of Hamas in Gaza. A senior Hamas official tells the BBC they have agreed to the plan. Israel has yet to comment. U.S. officials say Trump will be, quote, very disappointed if Israel does not withdraw as part of the agreement. Announcing the agreement late Thursday, Trump said it was a, quote, critical step toward Gaza finally being governed by a new Palestinian government. The second phase of a U.S.-brokered Gaza ceasefire plan released last October includes the disarmament of Hamas. And about 60,000 migrants have crossed into Spain's North African territory of Ceuta from Morocco in the last 24 hours. President Juan Jesus Vivas says at least 34 people have died during the crossing. The influx comes after Spain's Supreme Court ruled this month that migrants stopped at sea while trying to reach Ceuta cannot be summarily returned to Morocco. Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez described the situation as a, quote, attack and said the government was working to return all illegal migrants to Morocco, quote, as soon as possible. Several European leaders have expressed concern, some promising to tighten border controls. Those are your headlines. I'm Karsley Fuller.
More news available at www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Check out our social media pages: Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, Radio Cayman Headline News.
Your Cayman Islands Health Services Authority has been the national healthcare provider of the Cayman Islands for many generations. We have elevated our level of care to ensure you, our patients, have the best possible experience. We offer better access to care close to home with the most locations on all 3 islands, delivering a full range of primary, secondary, tertiary, and emergency care. HSA is a JCI accredited organization, and we are committed to caring for you.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record again. I want to thank the Minister, Honourable Catherine Ebanks-Wilkes, and her staff chief nursing officer, Ms. Felicia McLean, and the Director of Environmental Health, Mr. Richard Sims, for that very informative segment on For the Record this morning, talking about these new legislation that is being put forward as well. One of our listeners has written, it's pretty long, but I can read it. It says there, good morning, read the chicken coop issue. In my humble opinion, far worse than this. The rising amount of illegal dwelling houses, if you can even define them as houses, more like shacks, that have been and are being built all over the island, many in plain sight from the main public roads. Before the government deals with these small chicken coops, they need to focus on these illegal shacks. These are far more dangerous during hurricane season or any time of the year for that matter. Is any consideration being given regarding the public health of people living in and around these illegal shacks? Most of them are being built as rentals, and this seemingly non-action or turning a blind eye by the government has been happening for decades now. It appears to me that many other Caymanians, and to me and many other Caymanians, that there is a push to get rid of the chickens, cats, and anything or anyone local on these islands. In my humble opinion, what I've stated above is far more pressing for the relevant government departments to take action on, because this issue has really gotten out of control. So yes, and some of the legislative changes that are being proposed here will address some of the issues that this writer has put forward. I would say that as far as illegal shacks or illegal houses are concerned, I'm a little bit surprised by that to a certain extent, and then not surprised as well, because if you're talking about remote areas, it is possible that that may happen. But this person also said sometimes you can see them from the main roads as well. And I'm sure that that is something that the planning department would address and would have to address. If the occupants of that house needed to have electricity connected, they would not be able to do so without a certificate of occupancy from the building control unit, planning department as well. We're fortunate here in Cayman. If this does occur, nothing like, for instance, one of our sister overseas territories, the Turks and Caicos, had an issue and still have it to a certain extent with squatters. And again, because of their illegal migrant situation, those people come in, they squat on government land, they are allowed, they build on it, and then when it reaches the point when the government has to raise the property by bulldozing it, then it appears as if the government is committing some inhumane act for that purpose. So fortunately, no excuse if they're being built and no one, and we're not doing anything about it, but also pointing out that fortunately we don't have the issue that some other jurisdictions may have as well, I believe. We do have a caller. Let's go to the caller. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, Mr. O.C.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Yeah. Oh, fine, thanks, and yourself. Just miss your guest, Miss Orrett, Captain Wilkes, Evanks Wilkes, and her party there.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to agree with the writer that just said that WhatsApp or whatever, however it came in, because it is a fact. We got so many, and we're believing that in order for them to get electricity, they have to get plan approval, which that's what they should be doing. But a lot of them are, if you go to most of those places, all they're doing is running a load of extension cords all over the property.
Wow.
Which is not safe for nobody, and it's against the law. And a lot of those, and we also have a problem with the cars being left on properties where they're using for their personal garages to do business from, and the cars are left there, and all you see is rats and roaches running all over the place. We need to, DH needs to come in to make a public visit people's residence, do a committee or whatever you got to do, an enforcement body to come in and check everybody's yard, because I'm not saying that everybody's yard got it, but a majority. Like the writer said, you can always stay from the road and see those areas that has that kind of behavior. So, I mean, we are becoming a third world country, and we're supposed to be first class according to all of the states, I would say, in my opinion. But we're becoming a third world country so fast. We're changing our total landscape of what Cayman was when we didn't have anything, much less now that we so-called got so much. So I want to agree with that caller.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
And before you go, caller, let's leave on a positive note as well. And you speak about some areas, and I'm not sure whether or not the District of West Bay is included in that, but we see some positive news here. For instance, in today's Cayman Compass, where a church group has helped to rebuild a home for a single mom in West Bay, a house that was in need of some serious repairs, and that took place as well. So that's a positive note.
That's very good. Very good.
Yep.
I didn't get read that one yet, but that's a positive note. But like you said, maybe we need a couple more of those come around and do stuff. But we need, but we really need a clean up, because I mean, we're so getting so deployed with rundown buildings and stuff. And people packing up anything to make a building I mean, I know cost of living is very high for everyone. But it's not just one person is feeling the cost of living, it's the whole island. So I mean, but we all still got health standards to meet for rule safety and everything.
So you believe that the people are building these to be able to supplement their income, to be able to make ends meet because of the high cost of living?
Oh yeah, a lot of it is. A lot of it is. But then that's besides, and we still got standards to meet, and we can't afford to run the island down just because. And then a lot of it is because of the growing population that we have brought here, and they've all brought their country with them, because they all got the same attitude as what they had their own country. I mean, they'll squat on the governor's lawn if they get a chance, and they'll try to own that too.
So, caller, do you believe then that some of these establishments here in the Cayman Islands, these businesses, especially the new ones that are coming online, for instance, new hotels or new restaurants, that there should be some obligation, legal obligation on their part to provide adequate housing for the staff that they are bringing in, which would then lead to less pressures on the local market. Now, some people may argue and say, well, if you allow them to bring in, to provide housing for their own staff, then I, as a renter, I would not be able, then it would hamper me in terms of my ability to rent my place. What do you say to that?
Well, some yes and some no, because the companies should be able to use some of the buildings that are here. They can rent. They don't need to. Again, that's where you're getting a lot of it now, is because a lot of these companies are packing up all kind of stuff to make shelter for their employees, and that's where we're getting a lot of the rundown buildings too. All over the place, all over. We got right here in the District of West Bay, and environmental health needs to come around, planning everybody, but I don't know whether they're not singing out the same hymn book or what, but, or who we got heads are turning a blind eye, because like we can see it, so I don't see why they can't see it. I mean, they're driving the same roads, same areas, so we can see it all over the island, so I don't see why they can't see it. And I mean, like the caller said, some is very open and some is not, but you can see how they're packing them up, and I mean, planning approval. Planning has to know what has come into there, for approval, and the planning fees needs to be probably restructured or something, because the time waiting on to getting a plan, a lot of people is complaining that they're taking so long, to get a house plan passed, as a basic residence, but then you get a commercial, can get one overnight, so I don't know.
Okay, thank you.
So that's our problem.
Thank you very much, caller. Thanks for engaging in the conversation. We have another caller. We're going to go to a commercial break. When we return, we will take that caller, so please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
Can you imagine your home completely organized? At Brand Source Custom Closets, we can. We specialize in designing and building custom closets and storage units for any room in your home, including the garage. With tailored designs and custom LED lighting solutions to fit your lifestyle and budget. Our custom closets expert is committed to enhancing the value of your home with a solution that is uniquely yours. Visit our showroom or call 623-6774 to schedule a no-obligation appointment with our design expert. Brand Source Custom Closets, 209 Dorsey Drive, Industrial Park.
Accidents and illnesses can strike without warning. Ouch! When it comes to urgent care, every second counts. At Doctors Hospital, we have a dedicated team of experienced doctors and nursing staff available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Don't waste time in an overcrowded emergency room when you need urgent care. Whether it's a broken bone, a severe infection, or a sudden illness, trust in Doctors Hospital's unwavering dedication to providing the best immediate care. For complete urgent care when you need it the most, choose Doctors Hospital, located in Georgetown, 16 Middle Road.
Cineco's parametric insurance after hurricanes is now available for motor policies. Fixed automatic payouts cover incidental vehicle expenses like fuel, cleanup, and minor repairs. No claims, no damage required. $200 for comprehensive policies or $100 for third-party policies. Available exclusively through Cineco and included with all new motor insurance policies and upon renewal for current policies. Visit Cineco.ky today. Cineco, keeping Cayman covered.
Butterfly Garden. That is the theme for this year Miss Teen Cayman Islands pageant.
Get ready for an unforgettable night. The 42nd annual Miss Teen Cayman Islands pageant takes place at the Lions Community Center on Saturday, August 8th.
We open the gates at 5:30 p.m. and the show begins at 7 p.m.
You can grab your tickets now at Ticket Plus, Funky Tanks, and Winner Circle. Seating options include premium seating, $75 pre-sold or $100 at the gate, and general admission at $40 pre-sold or $50 at the gate.
Tickets for children ages 6 to 12 are also available for $15 pre-sold or $20 at the gate.
We would like to extend a huge thank you to our sponsors: the Ministry of Education and Training, the Ministry of Tourism and Trade, Winner Circle, Grand Ole House, and King's Sports Center. Thank you also to our corporate sponsors, Cayman Airways, Custom Graphics.
We also appreciate the support of the Caymanian Times, Island Embroidery, Radio Cayman, Donna, and farmer Miss Earth Leticia Bush.
We look forward to seeing you at the Lions Center on Saturday, August 8th. And don't miss the highlight of the evening, the amazing opening dance performed by your own contestants.
Join us for the Miss Teen 2026 pageant. We are young, transformed women in a changing world.
Think on no Cayman? Get out and explore the legends behind our landmarks competition. Visit any landmark on the interactive map, snap a photo or video, then share it to Instagram or Facebook and tell us what you learned. Tag at MYSCH_Cayman and use hashtag Legends Behind Our Landmarks for your chance to win weekly prizes and 2 major prizes. The more landmarks you visit, the more chances you have to win. Visit Legends Behind Our Landmarks.ky and find out where we from. Brought to you by the Ministry of Youth, Sports, Culture, and Heritage.
Housing in the Cayman Islands affects families, renters, first-time buyers, seniors, and vulnerable residents. The Cayman Islands Public and Affordable Housing Policy and 10-year strategic plan provide a coordinated framework to improve housing access, increase supply, and guide phased implementation over time. Public presentations are being developed and will provide opportunities for the community to learn more about the policy and plan. Learn more and get the facts at gov.ky/housing plan. A message from the Ministry of Planning, Lands, Agriculture, Housing, and Infrastructure.
For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. I wanted to say this and I don't want to say it and I want to say it and I'm going to say it. That last ad there sounds AI generated. I hope we're not resorting to that in government, about AI generated ads. We have enough local voices here that we can project that. Let's get away from that. Please, please, please. Let's grab our first caller. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Hello, Mr. Connor. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thanks. Same to you, my dear.
Thank you. I wanted to add a little input to the last caller there. I didn't catch what you were discussing prior to her call because my signal wasn't picking up on my radio properly while I was driving. But you know, I think I may have mentioned this not on your show but on the afternoon show that especially these big developments, including hotels and the building structures and that sort of thing, they should be responsible for finding housing for their employees. I remember when Cayman Bay, the very first start of Cayman Bay, I remember I took out their very, very first work permits, and I still have those copies of those work permits. When a group of guys from Spain, I believe it was, one of those countries, but I was driving by Cayman Bay, and I saw the guys there. They had just kind of made way for their first official, their little parking space there where they had started setting up. And I drove by and I stopped and we had a little discussion. And I remember them telling me that the company that had brought them in to start working on the formation of Cayman Bay at the time had actually provided their housing. They didn't have to look for housing for themselves or anything like that. And just for example, a caller said yesterday we're not the United States, but I've had so many experiences over there. In the United States, for instance, when they bring in farmers, they provide housing for the farmers in the form of trailer homes or manufactured homes. I mean, we don't have the same land space, but somehow or another, they should be responsible. And I don't think if they provide housing for their employees, that would cut into the market of local renters, because we have more residents here than is possible. I see a lot of rentals up now, but the thing about it is landlords and property owners and realtors representing landlords are becoming more selective with who rent the properties. So I don't think there's a shortage. Well, there is a shortage of housing, but I don't think there will be a problem with renting if those employees were provided housing by their employer or the company that's bringing them in.
Okay.
That wouldn't take away from the regular market. That's my view, So I just wanted to lend my 2 cents there. What were you talking about before that lady called?
Nothing really. We just came back from the news, and the mics were basically had been opened up at that point in time, and I read something that a message that one of our listeners wrote in relation to housing, and trying to see if I can to find it again. Yeah, they were talking about shacks, cropping up over the place and everything. But thank you there. If you can leave us there so that we can grab the other caller before we go to the commercial break.
I just wanted to quickly say I made a video this week about renting bed space and bedroom subleasing when you've rented a place, and that's another problem that we have here on island. But I'll leave you with that and try to call back.
Okay, definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, OC. How you doing?
Hey, morning. I'm fine. How are you?
Good, man. I was listening to the radio this morning, the Department of Environment, Glad to know they're making some changes.
Environmental health,
yeah. I say I'm glad to know they're making some changes. Now, see, a picture's worth 1,000 words, right?
That's what they say.
Well, okay.
This day and age, you're not sure because, remember now you can Photoshop and everything else. So in the days when you used to get the real thing, you can't be too sure these days.
Well, I can tell you one thing. My camera, you can walk and look on my piece of land. You understand?
Yep, got you.
Now, I made a report of illegal dumping on my property, right? And I took a picture of it on the 5th of November, 2025, right?
Okay.
And I took pictures of it again just after the cleanup. And now there's more. And I went to the guy twice,
So you know the person who's doing the dumping?
Yeah, obviously.
Wow.
And they know. But what? No, see, we not lack of the laws around here, brother. And you hear the honorable minister there. Let me tell you something. You said they can change up the thing that they can go and remove it. See, I have complained about vehicles that been in areas for years. Yeah, visible. And they do nothing about it. They can put the tag there and it stays till it's sunburn and rain out. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. There is no enforcement in it. That's, hey, bro, it seems plain and simple. You give them an inch, they take a yard. If you're not enforcing the law, what sense of having the law? And you know something? Today is Friday. I always try to be in a good mood on Friday, which I am. Now, we got more problems. We got more. We putting more interest in foul codes, right? We're built in residential area, and then what I'm putting on illegal immigrants. Listen to me. I have opinion and strong opinion. Because I said to some people, tell me something. After yesterday we talking about that. If you're going to go into a business, a farm, and say if you can put 400 chickens in a farm, you can want that secured that a hurricane come, you can save your money. Because 4,000 chickens, you're talking about a couple 100,000 dozen eggs per year. And that is your income. It's like having your apartment and a hurricane come in and you don't try to secure. I mean, but we are putting that above illegal immigrants.
But have we? I believe that this whole conversation about chicken coop started with the report that was published in relation to the court case. So it wasn't something that was recently generated by government or anyone else. It came from that court case more than anything else. And then someone published some of the guidelines when it came from the planning department that talks about chicken coops. So it wasn't initially generated by government.
See, listen to me, my friend. I read the whole case. It was 3 different people went to the court for it.
Right.
I read the whole case. And let me say it this way. The food Manion just picked up the part about Category 3 and took that and everybody went haywire.
Yep.
That is exactly how that happened. And I can use the words again. Fool came Manion that have nothing else to do but spread foolishness. Right? I bet you those same ones wouldn't try to spread that we need to do something about the overseers. I bet you them same ones that do not say nothing about that. No, because you know what? That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. So they're not coming with that.
Well, for your information, we will be booking sometime, hopefully next week, to have the new director of CBC in the studio, with us as well. So you could look forward to that, and I'm sure that he will probably have something to say about what they're doing as far as overstairs are concerned. Caller, I'm going to ask you to leave us there, though, because we do have to go to a commercial break, but the phone lines will remain open until 10 o'clock, so please feel free to call back, folks. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
Did you know that you can send money transfers to financial institutions anywhere in Jamaica with JN Money?
You mean I can send money straight to my account and cut out the middleman?
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. You send your own money to your own account, giving you peace of mind that the money is in your account.
JN Money Transfers to Financial Institution is another convenient service offered by JN Money. You can have this done from any JN Money location. Deposit your money straight to your account without the hassle of asking someone to do it for you. JN Money Transfers to Financial Institutions, making life easier.
Did you know that Doctors Hospital provides urgent care services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? And Doctors Hospital's urgent care physicians have access to the most advanced MRI and CT imaging in the Caribbean, providing reliable diagnostics when you need it most. When you need quality urgent care for an illness or injury, Doctors Hospital is here for you 24/7. Whether it's a migraine, chest or abdominal pain, shortness of breath, broken bones, or another urgent need, Doctors Hospital at the top of Walker's Road. Urgent care right now.
Jay and Money and Appleton presents the Jamaica Independence Celebrations on Friday, July 31 at Compass Green with an all-day food fest. Come out for breakfast, lunch, and dinner and enjoy your favorite Jamaican dishes. The nighttime concert features Jamaica's #1 comedian, Dufton Duffy Shepherd, local rising star singer Shay, and all the local dancers and performers, and the Kids Talent Contest. Admission is absolutely free with lots of prizes and giveaways. See you at the Compass Green on July 31 for Jamaica Independence Celebrations. Sponsored by Popeyes, Best Dress, Water, Excelsior Biscuits, Maggie, Suppligen, Grace Foods, Wellies, Rodney's Car Rental, White Construction, General Automotive Services, iCool Air Conditioning, Radio K-Man, and Breeze FM.
We should never be disloyal, but stand up and keep strong. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
Your Yesteryear Musical, Saturday evenings at 7 o'clock on Breeze Radio. Entertaining, enlightening, and inspirational. Topical with CI cultural and heritage flashbacks and the wonderful music of yesteryear, from the Thomas Edison era to the recent past. Your Yesteryear Musical, Saturdays at 7 p.m. on Breeze Radio, 105.3 FM in Grand Cayman and 91.9 FM in Cayman Brac and Little Cayman. Be listening, history is always echoing.
For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. We do have a caller on our WhatsApp number. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, Mr. Orrett.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing excellent this morning.
Good to know.
Just running some errands. This morning, but I got a little free time.
Okay.
You know, I was just listening to the discussion and I love the conversation this morning, but oh boy, something that while I was on the road just listening to you saying about you hope and pray that we don't go into this whole AI this whole AI thing, right? There is a British, I believe this is a British overseas territory that is an island called Tuvalu.
Tuvalu, yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah, now that is something that everybody should look at. When that country has digitalized and just they digitalized because they were in fear of losing their how you call it now? They're losing their identity through sea level rising. But that's an environmental impact that they're frightened of. But you know that the population up there, I believe, was way beyond their landmass. At the same time, I don't know if it is a place that in the world that don't look at population growth without thinking about the consequences of with these digital platforms that they are putting up, taking their documents and replacing it with original paper documents and altering them as well, because we can't trust what the digital platform is going to put up there. We already see how AI can fabricate things to be like a facade. It's like a facade that they make us promise that it looks so beautiful, so nice, and then at the end of the day, when you really look at it, how is that even possible? Like what Mr. Elvis was just now talking about with the chicken coops. I mean, I talk to so many farmers. So many farmers, more farmers that I need to hear from about how stupid of an idea that is. for them to really try to regulate this to where
We're getting some background noise from you there, caller.
Yeah, sorry, that my daughter and her mother just came in.
Oh, okay, no problem.
So
Okay.
yeah, so this is the thing that I'm talking about now with the digital platforms and stuff like that, AI and all those things. If we really want to be an AI society, we got to forget about the norms of being human again. Just forget about that, because AI is not going to understand how it is to be a human. It's actually giving you suggestions on how to better your life, and then it is not even possible sometimes. It's either too expensive because the plans are fit for the rich, or we just can't do it because you need to buy machines to do those things, and then that's going to cost money too again. So it's just we need to think more like a traditional island country again, and stop looking at what the world is doing. Yeah, it's nice to do ads with AI, but yeah, you AI the script and then put the people to say it, alter it to the way how it can function to the community, and then do it. But don't just sit down and rely on AI to do everything for you, because they have people that summarize AI with their emails. They do summary, and AI is just a summary. It's not going to tell you exactly word by word what that email is saying. That AI is just making people lazy, sir. It's just making people very lazy, and it makes me feel embarrassed to say I'm not even trying to keep up with them, because they're going to be left behind when I am still thinking and they can't think for themselves. That makes me feel sad.
Yep.
God protects his people, I feel sad for the people that God won't protect.
Okay. Caller, thank you. Thank you very much for that.
Sir.
Okay. Any other callers on hold, Paul, at this time? None? Okay. So, before we go to the commercial break, I spoke earlier about some of the things that I could discuss, and in the event that we didn't have any guests. And I mentioned the 3rd of August 1967 article in the Tradewinds newspaper, Need for History of Cayman Stressed, preservation of monuments being studied, and then the article started to talk about that it is hoped to establish a form of a national trust in Cayman to preserve historical monuments and to commission a serious history of the islands. Well, I will say to you that 20 years later, no, what am I talking about 20 years later? It could be 1967. Yeah. 1987, the National Trust was established. So 20 years later, we ended up, with the National Trust being established. But the article goes on then to talk about it was announced by His Honor, the Administrator, Mr. John A. Comber, on Saturday, following a visit by Mr. T.A.L. Concannon, an archaeological and architectural expert who is now on contract to the Institute of Jamaica in regard to the preservation of Jamaican antiquities. His particular interests in Jamaica are Rose Hall, Devon House, and Port Royal. The administrator said that it had long been felt that a history of the Cayman Islands must be written, and he pointed out the importance of preserving historical monuments. Mr. Concannon toured Grand Cayman and was particularly interested in Pedro's castle. He was favorably impressed with the measures including folks, this is a newspaper article, so I have to make sure he was impressed with the measures included wooden protectives, roofing, which the owner at that time, who was Mr. Tom Hubble, Mr. Tom Hubble, folks, I have to get this article sorted out. Let's take the commercial break. When we return, I will have it because I have to scroll from page to page and column to column. Please stay tuned. For the record, we'll be back shortly.
My mom's a superhero. She always knows what to do when I feel icky. Yesterday, we went to West Bay Pharmacy, and they had everything she needed. Medicine, my favorite band-aids with dinosaurs, and even flavored vitamins. Mom says they keep our family healthy. I think they're magic. Don't tell anyone. I think superhero shop at West Bay Pharmacy. West Bay Pharmacy, where the superheroes shop. West Bay Pharmacy and Centennial Towers. Convenient quality care is just around the corner.
There you go, sir. Thanks for choosing JN Money Transfer.
Boy, thanks to JN Money Transfer, I can stay right here in Cayman and pay mama bills back home in Jamaica. Her water, light, phone and other bills never late. Every month I pay everything in one place.
Make payments to over 30 companies in Jamaica through JN Money Transfer. Fast, affordable, convenient. Call 1-800-744-1163 for details.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
Hey, this is Vashti, the proudly Caymanian singer. I want to say a huge congratulations to Radio Cayman on 50 years. Radio Cayman has been supporting local music from day one. I can remember driving in my mother's car at 17 years old and hearing my song on the radio for the first time. It was such an exhilarating feeling. So I want to say a big, huge congrats on 50 years and continue supporting local music the way that you do.
Are you ready? Celebrate Jamaica's independence at the Grace Kennedy Money Services Western Union Jamaica Independence Free Gospel Concerts. Join us on Saturday, August 1 at Compass Green in Georgetown, starting at 7:30 p.m. for an unforgettable evening of praise and worship, featuring Jamaica's own Ryan Davis and Minister Howdy, alongside Cayman favorites Minister Bavina, Flavia Beswick, and other special guests. Guess what? Admission is free. Come on out as one people, one praise, one nation for a night of music, worship, and celebration. Proudly sponsored by GK1, Popeyes, the best dressed chicken, KDP Construction and Colors, Kmart Hair and Beauty Supply, Lasco, Praise 87.9 FM, and Radio Cayman.
For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. We're on the last leg of the show this morning. One of our listeners wrote and said, a young man, that's in relation to caller that we had before. Young man, you are so right. Thank God for Minister Anglin. He said he's for HI, HI, not AI. He's for human intelligence, not artificial intelligence. So the article that I was telling you about, and this Mr. Concannon said that he was impressed by the work that had been undertaken by Mr. Tom Hubble to preserve the ancient stonework as well. Now, a few things to note there, right? And the Hubble family, Sir Tom Hubble, certainly did a lot for Cayman, to promote Cayman, and as far as transportation was concerned, air transport did his part as well. But what is instructive again about this, right? Now, what was mentioned earlier in terms of some of those Jamaican historical entities, those historical ones, Rose Hall, Devon House, and Port Royal. Okay? Rose Hall, Devon House, government owned. Yes, in Cayman, we were a little bit behind, when it comes to asserting, ourselves to a certain extent. Don't forget now 1863 as well. But they were all owned by the government of Jamaica, still owned and controlled by them. Pedro Castle, at one point in time, in the hands of a private individual, as opposed to government taking control of it. It was only in later years that the government actually acquired this site, as well. Again, it talks about our historical development or lack of it to a certain extent at that point in time. But this whole thing about the preservation of monuments being studied, I still believe, for instance, I was thinking the other day, how many lighthouses did we have? There was a lighthouse in South Sound, lighthouse on the waterfront. West Bay has a lighthouse, and there's a lighthouse in East End. They are all named after geographic locations, as opposed to maybe we should give them some Caymanian names as well. Bosun Bay Lighthouse. It must be a prominent person, a prominent family in Bosun Bay that could be named after. If the South Sound one is still there, same for that as well. We do have a caller, though. Let's go to the phone lines. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record. That's a WhatsApp caller.
Hello, good morning, Mr. O.C. Rambo speaking.
Hey, morning, Rambo. How are you?
Yeah, right here, sir. Just be ready for the hurricane, Like only on Monday, I think August, it'll be very hot. September too.
Yep.
Yeah, so you gotta be ready for that.
Mhm.
You understand? What's saving us is that's although we get a lot of rain,
Mhm.
And Mr. O.C., like every media house, right? Everyone have the audience, and your drive is nostalgia and reminiscent. Nothing wrong with that, no. That's comfort to some people. But Mr. O.C., we are in a contemporary era, right? I called it a year and a half ago, and I was telling you, the U.S., this will phase out the penny, the mint, the copper, because it costs more to produce the copper for the 1 cent.
Mm-hmm.
And that happened several weeks ago, right? That comments. So, Mr. O.C., right now, we in this respiratory Cayman in the Western Hemisphere, right? And we also have to adapt and move on with certain things. So, you see, permutations, it's a change of variations of results, rearranging existing elements now. So, in Cayman, we have a set example, precedent. Like, say, the cannabis reform, that's simple. ABC, that's simple. I always keep advocating for it, very simple. Like a puzzle, simple. But like I said again, we contemporary era. In other jurisdictions, looking at us like, is Cayman a communist country or we a police state? I went to Havana when I was 19, I had a blast, a lot of ladies, and I was young, adolescent, that my drive. So in every 150 feet, every 125 feet is a police, right? One of them stopped me, had to turn up my caliber, threw my hair braided. He thought I was like Snoop Dogg or so. I show my driver license, came my driver license, which I still do. Respect me, I get point number so see. So differently. You see, right now in this era, monetization of monies, it generates revenue, right?
Yeah.
Say, for instance, media, like I say again, intellectual property, bitcoins. That what looking at no. You have Miss Christina Spratt, which I don't know personally, but I converse with her now and then. She in the premiere have a committee. You recall that, right? And you said a couple months ago, there's no one local there beside the premier. You recall, right?
Yeah.
So I understand your point of view or aspect from that. But like I say again, we can't be left behind now.
No, can't afford
Like I say,
to.
Mr. OC, like I said again, Monday, I still have my letters from down prison. And read for word. And I was around me, or your lawyer. You saw good my letters, legible, written, pretty handwritten. So it's about common sense, logics, right? Because we all got 5 senses. We can read, we can smell, touch, hear, and feel. But I have a 6th sense. I got instincts. So like I say again, Mr. OC, we need, like I respect you because you're the elder, you're a senior citizen, and you say Mr. Morabon coming on, the CBC coming on now. Whenever you come on, vent that out, come out here out. And lastly, Mr. OC, the cannabis reform, gradually you have people coming on. We need to discuss that because we had a referendum that last year. In the ethics voters.
Well,
yes or no?
What I would encourage you to do is to read up on the consultation that is out there, because I'm going to be doing that on the weekend, and whenever the topic, whenever time allows, and we can discuss it, I want to discuss it. So I want to be able to engage the proponents of legalization or decriminalization, even though it seems to be that there's more towards legalization than decriminalization. But I want to engage those of you who have a view one way or the other on it after I have familiarized myself with it.
Mr. OC, what happened now, right? I submit my information right away, immediately. That same day, electronically, right away, right? And before last Friday, I got a response. They appreciate it from Attorney General.
Okay.
And I told you, Mr. Glenn, I'm going, it depends how I feel like that day, but I'm going before the first set number, and wait again. Because I got a dictionary, I can read it right back after school. I got common sense and logics. Right? That's my fundamental education. You understand? So, but like you say, Mr. OC, we're not prison, being panted at the prison premier time, and Mr. Alden and Mr. Bush, 3 of them in Parliament talk about that, like gambling, decriminalization, and 3 of them, that triangle, that trifecta, they make sense.
Yep.
So for that time, you can go back to the archives, dig it up. Mr. OC, enjoy your weekend. Take care, sir.
Thank you, Rambo. You do the same as well. Looking forward to hear more from you. Okay, folks. Found another article here. Didn't plan on this, but this was an editorial in the same 3rd of August, 1967. And you would have heard Minister Anglin and Parliamentary Secretary Miss Julie Hunter on the show talking about Cuban Caymanians. Also, Honorable W. McKeever Bush on the show once talking about it as well. So I'm going to try to quickly share this article, this editorial with you in the Trade Winds newspaper of the 3rd of August, 1967. It says certain elements of Grand Cayman have begun to agitate again recently for fresh efforts to be made to secure the release of Caymanian citizens who are being held against their will in Castro's Cuba. The press have been asked to assist and give voice to a feeling of anger and frustration which exists on these islands over the unjust detention of these Caymanians. In all, 47 Caymanians, including children, have made applications to leave Cuba and have had their papers correctly processed by the British Embassy in Havana. Probably a couple of dozen more have applied, but owing to their living far from Havana, have not had their papers processed as yet. Efforts have been made by the government here to agitate for the repatriation of these citizens. All relatives in Cayman have been contacted and have, without fail, promised to provide food and shelter for their kinsmen if they can be sent home. Arrangements have been made with commercial airlines to have charter flights ready immediately. Permission should be granted. Despite all of this, the British ambassador in Cuba has been unable to make any headway, and a note of despair is creeping into the whole affair. We think the time has come for some straight from the shoulder talking about the whole issue. Castro professes friendship, so let him show it. The British government has diplomatic relations with Cuba, but there seems to be a serious doubt whether British diplomatic sources are making any efforts on behalf of these Caymanians stranded in Cuba. We believe the Caymanian government should press now for a full report into the action taken by the British Foreign Office. The release of the Caymanians should be insisted on. We should also be told whether there are any United Kingdom citizens in a similar plight, or is the British Foreign Office merely fobbing us off and not doing for Cayman what they would do for UK citizens? We would like to know the answers to this question, and we would like to know why the Cuban ambassador in London cannot be summoned and told that either his government releases the Caymanians in Cuba or diplomatic relations must be in jeopardy. As it is, Castro's action is making a so-called friendly relationship a complete farce. So that was an editorial written in 1967 about the efforts to have Caymanians who are in Cuba return to the Cayman Islands. Folks, that's it for the record. Top of the hour. I will remain in the building, in the studio. I welcome you to join me at 12:15 for Talk Today, where I will be guest hosting for Mr. Charles Glidden. So, folks, have a great day. And as usual, we ask the good Lord to continue to bless these three beautiful, wonderful Cayman Islands.
For the Record, proudly brought to you by
Brand Source Home Gallery, inspiring luxury. Doctors Hospital, peace of mind is important when life happens. Doctors Hospital, always there for you. Call 949-6066. Kirk Market, experience a world of choice. JN Money, from abroad to Yad. And Cineco, keeping Cayman covered.
Information, entertainment, inspiration.
Covering Grand Cayman, Little Cayman, Cayman Brac.
Since 1976 till now.
Radio Cayman.